And boom, we are rolling, folks. Another edition Beyond Average, Thursday, June 13th, 1:49 a.m. as I am hitting the record button. I hope you're having a great day, wherever the hell you are, whenever you are listening to this. It's good to do the boom again, right? I mean, come on. We missed the boom last episode. What a somber piece of shit I was. We're still recovering, folks. All right, we're still working some things out, but I'm telling you right now, we're feeling good, and I'm ready to say it. I'm ready to tell you, I'm back. Oh yeah, I'm officially back. We're saying it. Mick is back. Say it with me. Mick is back. We are here. I don't know what happened there for a little while, folks. I have no idea. I lost myself. I did. I got lost. But we're fine, okay? We are fine. Don't I sound it? Hello? We're good. No, but all seriousness, I'm not going to do the whole thank you again. I'm not going to go through that, but I do appreciate people. People have been so goddamn nice, and it's just been not overwhelming, nothing like that, but it's been very nice. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm terrible with this. I'm just so bad at showing my gratitude. Why can't you just say thank you, Mick? Just be appreciative. Mick, just say thank you. They're being nice. I know. It's terrible. I got to work on that. But either way, we're good. We're here. What is happening? We got a lot to talk about today. Coming to you late right now. Most people probably think that this is not a good thing and I am out of control. I'm about to start screaming at people and get angry. No. We're not there yet. Hey, we might get there. I'm not saying it's out of the question, but I'm in a pretty good mood tonight. Work's been interesting. It's been demanding. I'm not gonna lie. My schedule has been kind of brutal, and I've had to cancel on quite a bit, including tonight's Brady extravaganza with the Marks family. Oh God, where to even begin? My mom is so goddamn mad at me. She's not happy. And listen, she's not like yelling at me. She's not motherfucking me. Nothing like that. She would never do that. But I know when my mom's mad. Like I just, it's not hard to tell. She's not her bubbly self. It's like okay. You know, the text message back I got is K. I mean, if Jen Marks is sending K, you have fucked up. Oh, if Jen Marks hits you with a one-word K, you better go get some flowers. I got to do something. I got to take her out to lunch, get breakfast, something, because the whole reason why this Tom Brady night was happening with the Marks family is because of me, and not a good thing either. My mom knows that I am borderline depressed. My life is in shambles. Everything is not good when it comes to Mick Marks. So what she decided was, I'm going to be a great mother and convince Jeff Marks. We're going to convince old Jeffy to fork up fucking, I don't know how much the tickets were, whatever the tickets were, and we're having a night out. We're going to surprise Mick because he loves Tom Brady. That's the one thing I can always count on is my son loves Tom Brady. That's what my mom was thinking. I guarantee it. I know my mom. She was like, this kid's fucking depressed. He will never, ever come up to us and say it. He will never say, oh, this is something I would want to do. This would be fun. So I'm just going to try and surprise him with something. That's exactly what went through her mind. And how can you be mad at that? Honestly, it's amazing. She's the best mother in the world. She really is. But I had no fucking interest in going. Are you kidding me? Do you think I wanted to go to this? Are you crazy? No, I didn't want to go to this. I wanted to go because my mom wanted me to go and she was trying to do a nice gesture. That is why I wanted to go. I didn't want to go to watch fucking Tom Brady suck face. I mean, come on. I'm the biggest Brady fan there is, but Jesus Christ. Nobody needs to see this. It made me uncomfortable seeing the amount of people that were there. It really did. What are we doing? What the hell is happening? We got Jay-Z singing songs from fucking 35 years ago. We got Robert Kraft pretending like he doesn't hate Bill Belichick. We got random people making these stupid speeches. I am all set. I'm sorry. I am just good. Oh, thanks. Brother Al took the bullet though, huh? Oh, did he ever? Brother Al, yeah, he subbed right in. He acted like he wasn't happy about that. So I guess there was 4 tickets. I didn't know how many there were. I think at the time my mom didn't tell me Al was going because we might have been fighting when she had told me she had the tickets. All I knew was definitely going to be myself, my mother, and my father. Had I have known that Brother Al was involved with this plan from the beginning, I would have made sure that I couldn't go. I mean, I would have made sure the girl that got sick at work, I would have poisoned her. I would have made sure that work was chaotic that night. I would have told my boss, I absolutely can stay late on Wednesday. Yes. Wednesday night. Yes. Wednesday the 12th. I'm here. Yeah. You think I want to do anything with Brother Al right now? Are you crazy? I have to fake be nice to him because he's having a kid in fucking 2 months. Great. Sounds good. Jesus. Brother Al. The worst of the worst. If we're being completely honest. The worst of the worst. No use for Brother Al these days. Zero use. But he's so supportive, right? Mick to Chicago! Yeah! It's exactly what I want. Oh, boy. Everybody relax. We're fine. Nobody's that mad. Okay, we're having fun. Relax. Sure. Sure you are. What else though? Oh, you know what? While I'm here, while we're talking about the family drama, Jen Marks has decided that she will make her first ever Beyond Average appearance soon. I don't know exactly when it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be in studio. I don't know if she's going to, trek down to the Beyond Average studio. I don't know if she can handle that. Or it could be a remote interview. I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure yet. I have to figure that out. But either way, Jen Marks will be making her appearance on these airwaves. I think she's been on here once via phone call, but she's never really. I don't even know if she knew that she was on that day. So let's just make sure that we're respectful, okay, audience? Right? We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna be respectful because if not, I'll blow a fucking gasket. I really will. I'll blow a gasket. And I know everyone's saying, Mick, you shouldn't say that now because now what are people going to do? Have a little respect, okay? It's Jen Marks. Have a little fucking respect. And if I'm already, the one rule that I have for this program, this is something that I've been trying to preach, is I can't get mad at you guys for something you haven't done yet, right? I can't start screaming at you for things that haven't occurred. That's just unfair. So I'm not mad at you yet, but I have a feeling that there's going to be a wise crack or two after Jen Marks comes on these airwaves. So again, fair warning here. I'm taking notes and I'm keeping the receipts. And you've seen Mick Marks mad. You've never seen Mick Marks defending Jen Marks. That's a different level of psychotic. All right, folks, don't do it. The good news is we have plenty of gentlemen in the audience, and we don't have to worry about anything like that, right? We certainly do not have to worry about anybody being mean to Jen Marks, so let's not even go down that road. Anyways, what's up? What else we got? Here we go. Massive KMS basketball game tonight. Massive league game. I mean, holy hell. We got to get a win. Let's just say it right now. We got to get a win. I'm holding myself to the highest of standards tonight. Sources, I'm not telling you who, sources have told me that Mick Marks is good to go tonight. And what does that mean? Has Mick Marks been good to go at all this season? No, he's not. He has been a risk to himself every single time his shoelaces get laced up. His legs are collapsing. He can't catch the ball. He's a threat to himself out there on the court. There's no other way to put it. Not tonight. Tonight, all that is done. You're seeing an aggressive Mick Marks. You're seeing a catch and go to the basket Mick Marks. If I get a look. And I'm not complaining either. Mutnansky, who's going to have the ball a lot, 30 plus minutes, dominating the ball, pounding it into the ground 11, 12 times before he even looks up. Fine. But if somehow I can get a look, I'm firing that baby right at the cup, or I'm taking my body and I'm driving to the hoop. First time I get the ball, I'm cutting to the basket. I don't care who's there. I'm going through them. I don't care if I get a charge. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm running through whoever is standing in that paint, if they so dare, right? I'm going through them. I could go fall. Listen, I could hit a brick wall. I could completely collapse and break my neck. Fine. But I'm tone setting. That's what we need. Greg Poller's flying from fucking Sweden to come and play with us. He's an international icon. I mean, seriously. Not to overdo it, but we need to win tonight. And look, I get it. A lot of people want to criticize me. They're saying, Mick, you weren't there. Where the hell were you on Monday night? Again, work. Folks, I'm not trying for this to happen. I have a real job. Not really, but I have a job that I have to be at. And, it sucks, but I would have essentially done anything to be there. If the big boss didn't walk up to me and say, hey, you've been great lately. We love having you. Any chance you can help us out and stay tonight? I mean, you know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough. I really do. I wish like hell that I could have been there on Monday night. Tough loss for the guys, but I couldn't have been prouder. I really could. I mean, they were getting smoked in the beginning. And I asked Kirk on the show on Tuesday, was there something said during the timeout? What was the huddle like during that initial, break? I think they were down like 18 points or something. Something like that, 16? I don't even remember, but it wasn't good. And they came roaring back. I mean, they came fucking roaring back. I was proud of the fellas. I mean, they got it to within 8. And I think Kirk said if he had a 3 that he fired up that almost went in, it like rimmed out. If he drills that, they're down 5, second half with a couple minutes to go. Who knows? They were right there. So I'm excited for tonight. I think we're going to come out and we're going to play our ass off. I really do. I think we're going to come out and we're going to get a win. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to help the guys. Shout out Beanbag Ron pushing me at practice, calling me out, saying, hey, you can't be running your mouth and fucking doing nothing here. I'm with it, Ron. I'm with it. I am not above being called out by one of my teammates. I'm certainly not. And I'm not above calling out a teammate. I think that's the type of relationship we need to have. We got to be able to vocalize our opinions to each other. Maybe not publicly. I understand that's not everybody's cup of tea, Mutnansky. I get that. Me and Mutt have had our battles in the press clippings. But if that really does bother him, if he's losing sleep over that, which I assume he is, if it cuts at him, then I'll stop doing it. I won't call him out in the media. I won't mention how he's a walking turnover. I won't mention that he has no idea how to dribble with his head up, how irrelevant he has been on the offensive end. I will just mention that he's been great defensively and he gives us a good effort. That's all I'm going to do. He's logging over 30 minutes a night for us, giving us nothing but tenacious defense, all-out effort, playing through shingles. I got no problem with Mutt. He's been great. He's a great teammate. He's very supportive. He cares about my health. We know that. And look, I just hope at the end of the season, me and Mutt can, share maybe a non-alcoholic beverage. I think that'd be good for the both of us. Have our one shining moment. Look past everything, right? We can say, hey, it was just in the spirit of competition. We were going at each other, trying to make each other better. Cheers. Here's an O'Doul's. I don't care if he hates me. I love Mutt. Okay. All right. I love Mutt. I don't care if that makes me a phony. I don't care if you think it's a bit. Mutt's the man. The girlfriend line that he whipped out on KMS to me, and he said, Mick is not good with the facts or the girlfriends. That was just peak Mutnansky. Come on. It was great. This will, however, not stop me from screaming at him about his terrible play. No, God, no. No, he needs to fix that. We've got to figure something out for tonight, Mutt. Just look for me. Look for me. Honest to God, somebody look for me out there. Jesus Christ. Anyways, what else do we have? Oh, you know what? Actually, real quick, if we're talking about Mutt, I cannot be more excited for Friday's show, Friday's KMS. You got Glenn Ordway making his in-studio debut. I don't even know if he's ever been on the show before. Has Kirk called him and has he answered? I honestly God, I don't even know. I don't think Big O has ever been on KMS. I could be wrong. But I'm really excited for this. I can't wait. There's probably a large portion of KMS listeners, maybe not the majority, but I would imagine there is a large number of people that have no idea who Glenn Ordway is, or at least have never heard him on the radio. He's just their classic sports radio host who is great at just like pissing people off, but not to an extent like Kirk. Like, he's not going to make people freak out and like lose their mind, but he was really good at pushing buttons and really good at like counter arguing and pointing out when people were being like a homer and shit like that. I think Ordway was best at that. And he was a homer himself, and especially when it came to the Celtics. But he also could he could call out the bad in the home team, which I could always appreciate. And his show was legendary. I mean, the Big Show was huge, massive. And it seemed like everybody at one point worked on it or interned for it or something. I mean, Felger, Maz, I think Mutt at one point was there. Michael Hawley. So just go through like the list of people that have been on EEI or 98.5. I guarantee you most of them at some point were doing segments on the Big Show. So I mean, he's a legend. You gotta love Big O. If you're into like old school radio stuff, I cannot imagine you aren't excited for Friday. It's gonna be a hell of a show. I remember vividly my dad picking me up from basketball practice or lacrosse practice during high school, right around 4:45, 4:35. I don't know what time it was when they did it exactly, but that was right around when we would get out of practice. Practice for about 2 hours. And you just hear this.
Even Patino has now been quoted as talking about, quote, my Boston failure. He's accepted it. There was another piece today. Was it Mark Washington wrote the piece again today? Again, he's admitting he failed here.
Well, I don't think we need Rick's word to confirm his malfeasance
we
here.
Didn't, but once your binky has come out and said he fails, it's time to admit your binky failed.
Your binky failed. Granted, that was a clip, I think, about Rick Pitino long before my time. But just the point stands, I'm telling you, the amount of times I got in my dad's truck and I just heard Big O ranting about something, it's countless, endless. It really is. What else, though? Let's move on. What do we have here? Let's see. I guess I'll mention this real quick while I have the people. Little tease on the new project. We have our first official test date. We're doing a test run. I guess a soft landing, a soft opening. I'm only going to send it to a couple of people, see what they think. It's not going to be a public video, but I am doing a video as if I am releasing it. You know what I mean? I'm going to kind of shoot this as if it was episode 1, work out the kinks, see what we need to do better, see what we can improve, and then actually shoot the first episode. So I just want to give you a quick little update. I know you don't have details on what the series is, what the name of it is, all of that. I know that sucks, but just be patient with me and understand that I actually am putting in some effort, some thought. I'm not trying to rush this, and I'm just trying to do it the right way. So we'll see. And again, it might not be the biggest series. It might not launch my career. It might not be, the next massive YouTube hit. I'm not saying it is. I guess really all I want is to kind of challenge myself with this, not only with the content side, but the production side. I want to prove that I can kind of put all of this together on my own, have a series centered around myself, and also produce it. It might not be, again, the most compelling shit. It might not be the greatest, most original idea. But I think if done right, people will enjoy it. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. We'll see how it goes. And a big shout out to Kirk, by the way. Big shout out to Kirk Minahan. He's been willing to help out with it, willing to give me pointers, give me tips, even willing to participate, I think. So that goes a long way. I'm just very appreciative. He's done a lot for this program, for myself. on trying to advance in whatever way I can when it comes to this podcast media stuff. I'm sure at times I sound like an ungrateful asshole, but I couldn't be more thankful that somebody of his stature and what he's accomplished is willing to help a schmuck like myself. It goes a long way, and there's just not a lot of people that would do that. So hashtag thank you, Kirk. At times I'll look back and be like, holy fucking shit. It has been a bit of a trip for myself and I guess the relationship with that program with KMS. Wouldn't have it any other way, by the way. I'm not sitting here complaining or telling you that I've been treated unfairly. No, it's been great. It's been a whirlwind. It's been everything that you both can expect and could never expect. I don't know. It's been very predictable and unpredictable. I don't know. I wouldn't have it any other way. And I'm very appreciative that they allow me to keep coming around despite at times my annoying behavior and overall just childish ways. So shout out those guys. What else do we have to mention before we get out of here? You know what? I'm going to talk about Gus. Let me talk about the Gus bus here for a minute. Obviously a controversial figure in our world at the moment. Did he do it on purpose? Was it a dirty play? Was he trying to hurt Rico? I don't think Gus was trying to hurt Rico. I think he was knowing that he was doing a very questionable play, but I don't think he knew that to the extent of it. I don't think he knew how dirty it was or how it would be perceived. Because I don't think he would have done that, knowing that. But I do think that he got in the way trying to be an annoying pest out there on the court. He was trying to be the guy that would piss the other team off doing a move like that. That's exactly what it was. And that's fine. I mean, that's the way Gus plays. He plays hard. I shouldn't say that's fine, but it's fine to play like that to a certain extent. You can't be taking guys' legs out when they're flying through the air. Even in the NBA, you know what I mean? Even in the highest level of competition, that's just highly frowned upon. You can't do that. So during a pickup game that, technically means nothing. Yeah, I shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. During a pickup game, you can't be taking guys' legs out. Rico screaming he has a family, a little dramatic. But at the same time, like if Rico did snap his arm, think of like how terrible that would be for your summer. Like all of a sudden you're in a cast for like 12 weeks during the summer. That would suck. So like I get why you would be very upset at somebody, especially during a pickup game if they pulled something like that. I just don't think Gus did it intentionally trying to hurt Rico like Rico's claiming. I just don't. I can't. I don't think Gus is a malicious person. I really don't. With that being said, though, I'm a little worried about him. People are like, here we go. Yeah, sure you are. No, I'm worried about him for like a different reason. I rode in the car with Gus on the way up to KMS on Tuesday. And multiple times he just would start like rambling about like, the riders and someone's saying this to me and someone's saying this in the DMs. And I get he was just making conversation because he doesn't want to sit in silence. And that's kind of the type of guy he is. That's totally fine. But it got to a point where I was like, this stuff's not bothering you, right? But you just keep reading it. You just keep mentioning how like there are people like threatening you or, there's this, that, and that. I just don't want Gus to get too wrapped up in all of this. I don't know what's going to happen with him in Chicago. It sounds like Big Cat's not hiring him for PMT. So where he lands, I do not know. But I just don't want to see him getting his hopes up and then getting let down for something. He was telling me that he was ready to buy a house or there's a house that he could buy that's a better bang for his buck. He could turn it into a studio in the basement, have a whole podcast studio, a whole streaming center, gaming with Gus and all of this. And I'm like, whoa, where is this coming from? Who's paying for this? Unless these guys all got money, I don't know what the fuck happens around here because some of these guys, what's Cullinane doing? Cullinane sitting on his fucking thumb. His wife must make bank. Manansky. Hello, Augustus, all of these guys. What the fuck? I'm out here shaking martinis, trying to get by. What do these guys do? Holy shit. God bless them. With Gus, though, like, my whole point is, I think he is picturing this like it's definitely going to work out. And if that is the case, I just want him to be careful. And I mean that so sincerely, because as somebody who was convinced on the Thursday before Saco that job was mine, I was in a mindset where you couldn't even, there was no other way I was living my life without that. And it didn't happen. And I was devastated. And, you know, for Gus, the guy who actually got that job, for him to be fired and go through all of this, and, you know, I would imagine he is looking at it like, at this point, it's all going to be worth it if I can get that job. I just don't know if that job's there. And that makes me a little concerned. I don't know. People can think I'm being a jerk, and that's totally fine, but I want Gus to get the Chicago job. I want Gus to make $500,000 a year streaming video games. I swear to God, I would subscribe. I don't know how else to say that. It's what I think is happening. The guy was so wrapped up in his cell phone on the way up to that fucking KMS appearance. Multiple times I tried to make conversation. I even said, ready for this? I said, you know what I watched last night, Gus? Was Mad Max. Not the original one, but the one that, you know, came out a few years ago with Tom Hardy, because I wanted to go see the second one. The only reason why I mentioned that was because Gus had said on the show at some point that he might go see the new Mad Max with his wife or something. You know what Gus said? Nothing. He didn't even fucking pick his head up. He didn't even hear me. I swear to God, he didn't even fucking hear me. And then 2 minutes later, he starts talking about something else, and I just laughed. And I was like, you didn't even hear a word I just said. He's wrapped up. He's wrapped up in this whole thing. His mind is so gung-ho, tunnel vision on it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm really not. I just want him to be careful. Please be careful, Gus. And this is where he and I are completely different, because I hear Big Cat on the show the other day saying things like, you know, Gus is not going to be hired for PMT. He has no chance of the internship. He's going there to, you know, basically just be part of the content. But Dave Portnoy was talking about him, and there's a chance that Dave could fall, you know, in love with him, or, you know, love the content idea, just have an interest in what he is and hire him on the spot. Dave has that ability. Essentially, Big Cat is telling him to his face, I don't think you're valuable. At least that's how I take it. That's how I would take it. And that's everything I would need to hear from a guy to say, what the fuck do you know? I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to make Gaming with Gus the biggest thing in the world. I'm going to show you that you don't know shit. This, that, and the other. Instead, Gus is like, yeah, I'm going to go there and just, you know, see how it goes. And, you know, if Dan doesn't hire me, hopefully someone else does. But if not, it's a good experience. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't know. I just have a different mindset on it. If that guy doesn't think you're good, if he's not willing to hire you and he's willing to rope you around, fuck that. Go show him why he's wrong. I don't know. It's just, again, maybe that's a very stupid, immature mindset, but that's just how I am. That's exactly what I would do. If you remember, I said that I wanted to come on here and scream at Big Cat when he and Kirk were joking about hiring me. Big Cat sent me a message saying, hey, I'm going to give you $200,000 a year. You're starting on Monday. It's real funny, right? It's hysterical. Oh, it's great. Yeah. No, that sounds good. I'll be, cleaning the tables and shaking martinis if you need me. Oh, I'm a fucking psycho. I really am. Oh, Christ. But if we're calling it what it is, what the fuck does this guy know? I mean, honestly, what this guy fucking pukes up milk for laughs. I mean, what are we talking about? What does this guy know? Come on. Oh, God. You got to be careful with Big Cat. He's a Midwest guy, you know, a little more sensitive than us here on the East Coast. You gotta watch your tongue. I'm not too worried about it. We got a good relationship. You know, two successful podcasters just going head to head. You know, we're at rival companies too. That's another thing that, like, you can't forget about that. Whenever these guys are talking about me, whenever they're mentioning me and how crazy I am, just remember that we are rivals. You know what I mean? Barstool Sports, beyond average. Competitors, I get it. That's fine. It's all in good fun. It's all part of the business. I get it. Two companies just doing what they can to create some noise, right? Is that what this is? We're just having fun. Anyways, let's get the fuck out of here. I got to go to bed. Folks, take it easy. I will talk to you probably next Thursday. You're getting an episode. Big basketball game tonight. Please cheer us on. Watch the stream. Retweet it. Obviously, go listen to KMS. I don't know when this episode will be airing. Hopefully before KMS tonight. If not after KMS. I don't know. Who knows? Is today Thursday? Oh my God, today's Thursday. You know what that means. Oh, whoa. We got to... I am so glad we did not move past this. Jack Coleman, my producer right now. He's sitting right next to me. You guys know that. Also the producer of The Kirk Minahan Show. Lead producer of The Kirk Minahan Show. Or at least assistant lead producer. I don't know what the roles are, but he's there. Coleman. Oh, man. Doomsday. This is doomsday. I'm not saying Coleman's going to get fired. I'm not saying Coleman should be fired. I do not think that will happen. I want that on the record. This is going to be a tough unnamed show. This is going to be a tough one. Dave Portnoy does not take lightly to being told to not speak, especially about his own company. I would just imagine that I don't know Dave Portnoy. Haven't had the pleasure of speaking to him. Never have talked to him. We've never communicated. I know one thing about him, though. He does not like when people speak about Barstool out of tongue. That simple. He just doesn't like it. And I think it's because so many people have said the wrong thing about Barstool so many different times. And he now seems to take offense to anybody that doesn't, not praise the company, but at least say the right thing. At least be fair. Let's just call it that. He takes offense to anybody who's not fair about Barstool, and I have no problem with that. He should. He's built it from the ground up. He said controversial things, but at the end of the day, Dave's not a racist. He's not a terrible person. He's done a lot for the community. He's, the proof is in the pudding. I don't need to ball wash him. So the fact that he employs a guy, or, Kirk employs a guy, I don't know how it all works, but Coleman works for Barstool Sports. And I can just imagine Dave is not going to be too happy about that. Again, Coleman's not getting fired. He's not, I don't think anything's happening to him as far as career. I think he's going to be fine. I just think Dave is never going to not have a hair across his ass for Coleman. At least that's what it seems like the way Dave Portnoy is. Coleman would have to really prove his, loyalty and I guess just overall, trustworthiness for that to change. Either way, I'm rooting for him. I want it all to work out for Coleman, no matter what. I am a Cole man through and through. We've had our ups and downs. We've fought. We've, had a producer search battle that I have lost. And still, we have managed to become friends. I care about the kid. I would never wish for him to be fired. But I am just a little worried about today's unnamed show and how Portnoy is going to come down on him. I don't think it's going to be too easy. We'll see. Be sure to tune into it. And like I said, we'll have Beyond Average, another episode coming next week. All right. Take it easy. Have a good one. And we will talk to you soon.